Guess what? Guess what? I got something to tell you. We all live the same life. Well, kinda. Sit down with us as we discuss various topics regarding being married millennials. When your spouse is both your best friend and your pain in the you know what. Welcome to another episode of the Married to Millennials podcast. I'm Tuck.
Not Mishi.
What's up, Mishi?
Why are you calling me Mishi?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I called you by your
You
first
don't
name.
ever call me
Let me
Mishi.
start it over. What's up, baby?
Too late now.
Hey, I got some good news for you.
Okay.
I accepted your challenge and I've been working on it.
Let me hear about it.
So I think I figured out what pushes me past my threshold or which pushes me over the edge. There's three things. If it messes with or challenges my family, my faith, or my funds.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I think that's fair.
Okay.
And I think, truthfully, we kind of established that before.
Uh-huh.
I didn't ask you what bring you over the edge. I don't want you walking over the cliff.
How do I?
Cliff.
Uh-huh.
I want you to figure it out before you get to that point. So when we were discussing it, I was
Mm-hmm.
asking, most of the time when things happen and you get to the point where it pushes you over the edge, it's because things have piled up.
Okay.
So how do you stop yourself from even getting to the point where you have to go over the edge?
Mm-hmm.
When do you create a boundary
Mm-hmm.
for things that are just may not mean it might not be the end of the world,
Yeah.
but it's something that bothers you that you need to communicate about it
Yeah.
and shut it down now before it puts you to the point where it affects your family, your faith, and your funds.
Got you. And to be completely honest with you, I think this is it right here. Like us having these conversations, me being able to vent and to, voice some of my frustrations as well too, and being heard. I think that's one thing because I feel like me not communicating before, my voice wasn't heard the reason why is because I wasn't expressing it at all.
Yeah, but you're talking to me, and that's fine. I'll go to battle with you.
Hmm.
But when there's little things from other people piling up, how do you draw a line with them?
Yeah.
So I think we need to go back to the drawing board.
Oh, I thought I had it.
Yeah. I think we need
Okay.
to go back to the drawing board and figure out where the line is drawn. I don't want you talking about going over the edge.
Hmm.
I want you to trying to figure out how to not even get yourself there.
Okay. Question for you then to help me out. How do you figure out your threshold?
Oh, so we talked about it before. I used to be a big people pleaser.
Hmm.
And I think to the detriment of myself sometimes because I cared about what everybody thought. I wanted
Right.
to make sure everybody was good. I was the one trying to mend everything back together, and sometimes that came at a point where honestly it was doing more damage for me and everybody else was fine,
Right.
right?
Hmm.
So I had just to get to the point where I was like, you know what? No, I got to be somewhat selfish and think about what makes me happy or what
Right.
makes me not happy.
Right.
And if something bothers me, I have to say it.
Okay.
And if they don't take it well, of course you don't want to come off well, right?
Right.
But if they don't take it well after you're coming off well,
Hmm.
then it wasn't even worth, trying to mend.
So more so kind of protecting your peace.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And that's for me. If it's not peaceful to me, I'm going to mention it.
Right.
And we either figure it out and go from there, or you don't like what I say and then we're done with it.
Hmm.
And it sounds kind of cutthroat or cut and dried, but it really is just protecting my peace because why am I sitting here worried about what you got going on or worrying about not mentioning something and thinking you might blow up about it?
Right.
I shouldn't worry about that. Like in
True.
any type of relationship, friendship, whatever, I shouldn't have to worry about someone blowing up at me because I expressed how I felt.
Right.
So whether it's like if a significant other or a friend or something like that,
Hmm.
I decided I can't do that anymore. Like I have to protect my own peace. And so where's the line drawn for me?
Yeah.
Anything that bothers me,
Okay.
I'm gonna say it.
Got you.
Because if I don't say it now and you do it again, then I'm gonna be
Hmm.
really annoyed. But it's not fair to you either because I never said anything.
Right. Okay. That's definitely fair. So I have a question for you. So today's topic is about don't pet my peeve.
Hmm.
so so with that, so pet peeves are a little bit different. These are kind of like more the things that are like, nah, that pushes me over the edge. What was the? It was something with the disc profile, like the red, green, yellow, like how you approach somebody and like their what's it called? Not the non-negotiables, but like the things that just set you off. Do you remember what that was called?
If you're talking about disc profile, you're just
Yeah,
talking about personality types.
yeah,
And the personality types depend on how you can communicate with people because everyone gets into certain extremes.
extremes. That's what I was talking about. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's what I was
Yeah,
going.
the red, yellow, green is something different.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
um disc
Mm-hmm.
is personality type. So you
Got
got your
you.
dominant people,
Uh-huh.
you have your influential people, you have your people who like to be steady, and
Mm-hmm.
then your conscientious people are your C personalities.
Got you. Okay.
And so you just have to know people in
Mm-hmm.
order to be able to communicate in the way that they can receive it.
Got you. Got you. So, what would you say if you had to pick one, your biggest pet peeve?
In general,
Just answer that one first, and then we'll.
I'm asking in general, or are we talking about in a
In
relationship?
general,
Okay.
because you kind of answered my next question already when you said that. But go ahead. What's your general?
I think my general pet peeve is just lying for no reason.
Hmm.
We often find people who just lie. Like, why are you lying? Why?
Yeah.
Why? I didn't even ask you all that. You gave me so much information just to lie in my face.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is a pet peeve for me.
Okay. Got you. Now, since I asked about pushing you past your threshold or over the edge, does that push you over the edge? And if it does, how do you react when it happens?
Okay, so like we just established, right? Now, I'll just call it out.
Okay. Yeah.
Respectfully.
Yeah. Sound like you're from up north, respectfully.
Respectfully, I'll call it out, right?
Right.
And it's
Uh-huh.
just more like, hey, like you said this and this is not aligning.
Okay.
So either you lied to me or you're not really understanding, what you actually said to me.
Okay. Got you. Now, does that same pet peeve apply to me or a significant other, or you have a different one
I
when it comes to
mean,
a relationship?
I don't feel like you just sit there and lie to me all the time. So I,
Okay.
I don't think if you're asking me like in today's time,
Yeah,
like
like right now. Yeah.
I don't like liars in general.
Okay.
The pet peeves for me and you
Uh-huh.
are different only because it's like living with somebody.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So like the fact that you don't close cabinets,
We've already established that.
right? Yeah, I know. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Those are the things, and I called it out because you don't close cabinet doors.
Mm-hmm.
You
Okay.
won't put tissue or toilet or paper towel back on the roll.
Got you.
But one that I probably have not said out loud.
Oh goodness. Have you said it out loud to me?
I don't know.
This is gonna be news to me.
I don't know.
Okay.
One I probably haven't said out loud is when you're eating.
Oh, wait a minute.
When you're eating,
Oh, this is news to me. Hold on, let me
you
hear this.
I don't know. It's so you smack really hard. Yeah, I told you smack before, but you smack really hard. But you're also like doing this, like I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like it's a smack, but it's also like
Wait, what?
sounds like a pig. No, I'm not calling you a pig,
Oh my god.
but I'm saying, like how pigs kind of oink a little bit in the slop.
Oh my god. Wait.
You don't oink, but the noise. Like because I took sometimes you be trying to talk and eat.
Oh my god.
And I'm just like, "Just quiet. Close your mouth all the way
Oh my
and
god!
stop smacking." Do
Wow.
you understand?
I understand, but this is my first time hearing
I
this.
know because I didn't think to even bring that up. Like that was not something like it's just like I noticed it.
It sounds like more like a ick, not a pet peeve. Oh my gosh! And you just all these years, you just been
Well, I
and putting
say
up with it.
things like I wish people close their mouth when they chew,
Oh, you thought I was gonna get the message? Oh wow!
but I mean,
Oh my gosh! Yo,
so sorry,
this
so sorry.
is news to me.
Respectfully.
Oh my gosh! Okay. Wow. Okay. So some things I need to work on, y'all, is opening up my nasal passage so that I can breathe a little bit
Just
better
need
when
you
I
to
eat.
close your mouth. Like Tuck, you like to talk. That's where your son gets it from.
All
Y'all
right.
talk 24/7, and so you
Listen.
cannot talk and eat because you already smack.
Okay. So let's back it up some. So since I just talked about the nasal patches, maybe I'm trying to just breathe and just live while I'm eating. Maybe I do need to check on that. Oh my gosh. I did not know that.
No.
It's okay. It's okay. Hey, we listen and we don't judge. I'm not
Mhm.
judging you for.
Respectfully.
Yes, I'm glad that you shared that with me after um 14 plus years because I mean that's something that I just do. Okay. Okay, so here's the
I
thing.
just
So
sit and look at you.
right. So the crazy thing is like that's that's hilarious with me and you. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
take that
yeah, yeah.
personal. You know what I mean? But like for another person, like that's like what pet peeves with somebody outside of your relationship. Like I feel like that really does tick you off. Like that's something you just like, ooh, I just can't. It's just kind of make your skin crawl. Like for you, like nails on a chalkboard, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. Man, now I have to. Now I got to think of one for you. I don't bring up.
Oh,
I'm just
please.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So I think one of my pet peeves for like other people is someone. I guess the wording for it is somebody not being authentic to me and not showing me one how they truly are or how they really feel about me. Like,
Two-faced.
yeah, yeah, there it is. So, like, I always had this thing in my mind, like, if I'm around somebody and they're just constantly talking about somebody, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, well, dang, what are you saying when I'm not in the room? Like,
Mhm.
those type of people. That's one of my pet peeves. Like, we can joke about somebody, like you just jobbed on me just now, but we
Let
can
it go,
joke.
let it go, let it go.
We can joke about somebody, but when you start to break down somebody's character, I'm just sitting there like, "Oh, that's you're a little aggressive with that." Like, when I'm not in the room, what are you actually saying to me? So those people are like one of my pet peeves, like because it's that unknown. You know what I mean? Like I'm really true. Like when somebody meets me, I am who I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want that same thing from you. I want that reciprocated. I want you to be that to me as well too. So if you
So
don't,
is it more that people gossip? Is gossip a pet peeve of yours, or is it just that someone changes like they're a chameleon?
yeah, that's it. That's it. That is right there on the head. Like I don't like a chameleon. Yeah, it's like they can like show you one thing when you're around them, but then when you leave, they're a totally different person. And
It's
they
whatever crowd they're in.
right, exactly, exactly. It's my pet peeve. But I mean, like we just talked what we just established. That's a pet peeve of how more of how people treat you. Now, if it comes to
Go
the
for
relationship,
it. Go for it.
and it's so funny because
Don't beat around the bush.
I'm not gonna beat around the bush. And it sounds so small. One of my pet peeves is squeezing the toothpaste in the middle.
Man, I don't do that. I do not. I do not. Wrong woman.
No, I will show a
Wrong
pit.
girl.
No, through the middle.
No, that is your son.
Okay, so he using our toothpaste.
You know he like that vitamin C toothpaste.
So that ain't you.
It's not me.
You ain't squeezing in the middle.
No.
Okay. You know what I mean by squeezing in the middle?
Yes, I don't do that.
Okay. That's one of my pet peeves, though.
Okay, what is a pet peeve I do? Because that ain't it.
All right, let me think.
You
I
just
don't
made
know if
that one
I.
up because you didn't want to really go for it.
Yeah, I did. All right, I'm gonna go for it now. All right, because I don't. It's not that you don't bother me. It's
Look,
just I think it's
please.
my personality. I think it just be letting stuff.
There is something that I do that annoys you. I know it.
Okay. I don't know. Like some. Let me. I'm gonna still think, but I'm gonna say some things. Like
Okay.
I'm weird because like if you're doing something, I almost kind of convert that to like, ooh, yeah, she cared about me. Like you do little stuff like the passenger driver you do. Like when you tell me,
Oh yeah, you hate that.
but I've learned to embrace that. I just
But it's
don't.
a
I
pet
just
peeve.
accept.
You hate it because you tell me you'd be like Mishi. You can't. I can't see past your head.
Right, y'all. When I'm trying to turn right or left, I'm trying to go over four way, and then she lean and look too. Like that ain't helping. Like now I'm blinded by another obstruction, so I can't.
Oh, my head's an obstruction.
When it's in the way, yes, it is. It's an obstruction. So yeah, so I would say the passenger driving because here's the thing: put the GPS on for a reason. I put it
But you
on
don't
for a
follow
reason.
it.
I put it on for a reason.
Yeah, you still be missing the
Yeah,
exit.
I do. Okay. And I think it's because when I look over to my right, I see somebody slamming their foot into the ground of the floor, acting like they hitting the brakes. So I'm panicking myself. So now I'm not listening to the GPS.
Man,
So
you just
yeah,
can't drive.
I can drive actually. If I
Not
wasn't
well.
if I wasn't under pressure, I would drive very well. So
Pressure makes diamonds, so I guess
okay.
just
So yeah,
saying.
yeah.
I wouldn't have to press my brake if you were driving correctly.
Passenger driver. But you're my passenger princess, though.
You know, I have another pet peeve.
Oh, good. No. Okay, go ahead. Let me hear this. This is getting good because y'all, we needed this.
No, I have another one. I
Mm-hmm.
just thought about it.
Okay.
So the other day, and it happens often. The other day, like I was just on my phone and I was looking at something,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll walk by and you'll glance at the phone, right? Oh, I saw you glancing at the phone.
Oh my God.
And then you'll act as if you don't know what I'm looking at. Like, oh, what you doing? Oh, you trying to plan us a cruise?
Y'all, I just
Sir,
I just be trying to figure out
sir,
who texting us.
sir. No, it ain't even about text messages. It ain't even really got to be about text messages. But even if it was a text
Oh
message,
my
you would
God.
already know the conversation before you asked me
Oh my gosh.
because you be reading it. And we're very open, so like we have each other's passcodes. Like we'll take each other's phones if one of them dead. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and you go into the store, you
Right.
take my phone. Like that's not a problem.
Yeah.
It's just it's annoying when I know you saw it. Why are
Is
you asking
so
me?
let me ask you this. So is it more annoying that I'm looking or that I go like turn around like I ain't looking? Like,
Yeah, that you turn around like you ain't looking.
hey, I mean I'm trying to
Like I
play it
don't
off.
care if you looking.
I'm
Like
trying
I
to
have
play it
nothing
off.
to hide.
I know.
You know that we have nothing to hide. But the fact that you just try to play it off as if you didn't look, and then you asking me questions, I'm like, Tuck, you know you sit there and saw that. So why are you asking me?
You
Why?
right though.
Like why? And I look at you and I be like, I know you just read it. And then you had a stupid look on your
I
face that
do.
we talked about before.
Yes.
Because,
It's that I'm caught look.
but what is to be caught doing what though? Like, if you walk past me, you see it on my laptop.
That's true. Okay.
You already see it. It's a big old screen.
So you rather me be nosy and be like, what you over there doing?
Well,
No?
you are being nosy, but trying to fake that you're not.
Yeah. So I need to be more stealth like.
Or you could be like, "Oh, I see you looking at the cruise. You want to go on one?"
Note taken. Stealthy. Gotcha. All right,
Because you
listen
like,
now. Before you start airing
"Oh,
out
what's
all that.
going on over there? What you got going on,
Oh my gosh.
sir?"
Okay.
Just saw your eyes.
All right, Bishi. Hey,
You did it
I
again.
did. I wanted to get your attention again. Sorry, babe.
Maybe if I, pull out my phone, you'll look at it.
Oh. Okay. All right. Let's switch gears. It's getting hot in here. I feel like I was on the hot seat just now. We're gonna play a different. We're gonna play a game on here. How you like that? So I have a bunch of pet peeves that other people have said.
Is this a game like win, lose?
No, you so competitive. It's not. It's
Oh,
just it's an open
no.
discussion. Oh my gosh, we're not keeping score.
I think we need points.
Oh my goodness. It's not like that.
Okay, okay.
Listen to what it is. So these are I think I got a bunch of them, but these
He
are
loses
other
all the time in games.
anyway, these are other people's pet peeves that they have either in general or in a relationship. I have them
Okay.
at random. We're going to do a few of them and I want to hear your opinion on them. Is it that it bothers you, doesn't bother you, or I mean since we already doing this, we can just point each other out if one of us does it. So, we'll go with that. How's that sound?
So it is points. Got it.
There's no point system with this. It's like whose line is it
Okay, all
anyway? The
right,
points
whatever. Come
don't
on, let's
matter.
go.
All right. So the first one is being late. Is that a pet peeve of yours?
Well, okay.
All right.
I think it's loaded
Okay.
because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not always on time to everything,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a time and place. So I do not like being late to certain things, like
Okay.
events,
Yes.
like a wedding or a
Mm-hmm.
birthday. Like, I don't want to be late to those. Now, if it's a party or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
people don't have like a true time that they show up
Right.
and stuff
Right.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
But a wedding, you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
stress me out if you're not on time.
Okay. Got you.
Um, so I guess yes,
Okay.
but
To a certain extent.
not a deal breaker.
Got you. For me, I did not used to be this way. When I tell y'all I was a late arriver, I was a late arriver to a
Still
lot.
are.
Whoa, let me finish. So they have that expression that if you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you know what I'm saying? You know,
Well, you make yourself late.
I do. So here's the thing. So I feel like, I don't think it's the fact that I'm purposely late. I just have a horrible time with
No,
time
like
management.
if you wake up and have to be somewhere.
Yes, I have horrible time management. That's what it
No.
is. Uh
Yes,
huh.
you make yourself late. That's my
Yeah.
point.
Okay.
Like you wake up in plenty of time and you decide, oh, you know what? Matter of fact,
Uh oh. Let me hear it.
for work,
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Go ahead.
for work,
Uh huh.
you got up. We got the kid. I had already got the kids ready for you to drop them off at school,
Mm-hmm.
and I let you sleep in a little bit because you were tired.
Okay.
I think whatever. We had a lot going on that weekend or whatever. So I had got the kids up, got them dressed, ready to go,
Mm-hmm.
and you were like, "Oh, we making good time this morning."
What I do?
And I was
I
like,
already know what you're
"Yep,
about to
you
say.
sure are." Kids' bags packed, everything ready to
Oh
go.
my
Your lunch
gosh.
is packed.
Uh huh.
You proceed to go make coffee.
Hey, listen. We was
No,
making
no, no,
good
no, no,
time.
no,
I
no.
got.
Yeah, making good time, and then you decide to make yourself late because you want to make coffee, and then you want to make some breakfast bowl.
I felt like I had a lot of
Yeah,
time.
and now,
Time just be getting away
now
from
you
me, man.
rushing out the door
Yeah, you're right.
so you can drop the kids off
Right.
and get to work on.
Yeah.
But you
Okay.
make yourself late.
That's fair.
Like there was no need for that.
That's fair.
You had a good night's sleep.
I did.
You didn't really need that coffee,
You're right. You're right.
but
I
you
just feel like it
chose to
go.
do it. Yeah, no, no.
So maybe that's why that's not a pet peeve of mine then, because I'm just like, I mean, people go through things. Things happen.
Bad choices.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, all right. So on this one, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna have you read it out loud. Go ahead.
Leaving the toilet seat up.
All right, so that one don't count. I'm gonna give you another one because we already established that.
Yeah, that
Um,
drives me insane.
I know. Yeah. So What if we come to the conclusion of
You need to put
I
toiletry
need to
down.
close it all the way down, which is still putting it down? Because you rather sit on the top of the toilet than fall through it.
Absolutely.
I'll be listening, girl. I'll be listening.
Have you done it
Okay.
though?
I have
No.
not.
Being glued to their phone during conversations.
Oh, yes. Okay. Let me tell you about yes. Yes. I forgot about this pet peeve. So let me tell y'all about y'all's friend.
Oh,
So
whoa.
yes. So you cannot do two things at
Nope.
once.
I'm
So
aware.
yes. So you will be in your phone and you will respond, but you ain't listening. You'll go, I'll ask you a question. Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
How many
And I
times have
said,
you
did you
asked
hear
me?
me? No, I wasn't even listening.
I'm honest if I didn't hear you.
Yes.
But how many times have you asked me what did I say and I can repeat it back to you?
Not fully. You did part of it. You didn't do the part that was important. You listened enough, and I applaud you for listening enough.
But do you know me enough to know I can't do two things at once?
Yes, I
So if
do.
I was in my phone, why was you talking to me?
Wait, I know, but when I
If I
here's
was
my
in my
thing.
phone, why did you start a conversation that was important?
Listen to me, and more important than whoever is on that phone. So I
You
feel
felt
like,
like what you were saying was important. You needed me to have my full attention.
uh huh.
Why did you start it when I was looking at my phone?
Because once again, I feel like I'm important, and you. That's me.
But
I
you
feel
can
like
say,
I'm
"Hey,
important.
babe, can you put the phone aside for a second?"
Uh huh.
If it's important.
Okay.
But again,
Uh huh.
you and your son love to talk.
Yes.
So a lot of times you be
Yes.
telling me stuff that really you just want to say out loud. And it's not really to me, it's just that you want to talk. And
Yes.
it could be about something you saw on ESPN or
Okay.
heard on one of your podcasts.
Listen, you signed up as my wife and my best friend, so you're gonna hear all of this.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So that wasn't important. You just wanted to talk.
It was important to me, babe. And if it's important to me, it should be important to you.
Oh, okay.
All right? Yeah. You won't be listening when you're in your phone. All right. It ain't like you
Okay,
ain't
okay,
and here's
okay.
the thing, it's not like you're on your phone all the time. But I guess that says during conversation. It's not when when somebody starts a conversation.
Right. Exactly. When
You're not
somebody just want to talk.
you're not stopping in the middle of it. You ain't that rude, you know. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't pull my phone out while you're
right.
talking.
Seen that on a movie. Like people like be in the middle of talking, they just
Hmm.
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yep. Is it
Yeah.
people that do that in real life?
I
That's
don't know.
crazy.
I don't do that though.
Okay. All right. So next one. Oh my gosh. Snoring.
Oh my gosh. So you said I snore now, which
Yeah.
is probably the weight. But
But it's not like a loud snore, babe. It's like a light hum. It's like a hmm.
a hum?
It's like a hum with the snore. It's like
Hmm. Snort and a hum.
it's like
That's
hmm.
weird.
It's not like it's not like full on like you. It's not that.
Like
It's
you.
not like whoa.
Whoa.
Here I am.
So you know good and well I need you in your back.
You do. I've gotten better. My snoring has gotten better
It's
though.
gotten better. But you sometimes will wake me up out of my sleep and then I can't go back to sleep.
Yeah, it's fair, and I'm working on that. I'm see. Here's let's go back. So it's like a two for one. Reason why I snore
Let's not
is
talk
because
about
I smack. Because that's why I'm smacking. Because I
let
can't
it
breathe out
go,
my
let it
nose.
go, let it go, let it go.
Maybe I need to go to ENT then. Maybe we need to figure that out. But no, I have gotten better with my snoring. You know,
Your snoring's better, but I
yeah,
still will kick you or knee you in your back
yeah,
to wake you up and make you turn over.
that's fair. All right,
Yes, pet peeve.
got you.
Absolutely.
No, all right. All right, let's do. We'll do a few more. Let's do a few more. All right, I'm gonna read this. Got it. Go ahead. Got it.
Not acknowledging efforts or gestures. Is that a pet peeve or just
I guess that. I mean, we talked about that in another episode. Let's skip that one. Let's skip that one. All right.
starting starting Netflix series or new shows without significant other?
Let me hear what you got to say about this one. I'm listening.
You don't watch anything without me.
Okay, I'm gonna talk then because that is definitely a pet peeve. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't watch stuff without you,
Right,
but
because you don't start anything. You
let
wait for
me
me.
tell y'all.
You wait for me to start something.
I do. I'm even so considerate. I'll click on something I said.
So you don't watch
Yeah,
in
I
your
think
spare time,
let
you
me
play a video game.
let me tell you no, I'm gonna tell you exactly. I stopped and I said, I think about it, I say, does Misha wanna do I think she would want to watch this? If I started it, would she get upset? And I go
I
through
do
that.
not go through all of that.
Yes, I
When
do.
the
I'm gonna
last
give you an
time that
example.
you chose something on Netflix?
I'm gonna give you an example.
When's the last time you thought you picked something on
I
Netflix?
watched the whole thing. I watched. It don't.
Documentaries?
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't count.
All right. I know. Okay. Yeah, that's not your thing. But like, if it
Instead of
so
series or a movie.
okay, no, but you do. You will start a series in a heartbeat.
Yes.
Yeah, babe. You got to run it. Like, add it to the list and.
No, but see, here's the problem.
All
Here's
right.
the pet peeve of mine.
Okay.
I don't want to have to wait on you.
Okay.
Like I should be able to have a couple of series to myself.
Yeah, but you be picking good ones though. Don't
Well,
pick
then
no
you
good
could have
ones.
picked them
Pick all the girly ones. I don't want to watch them. You need picking stuff that we both like together. Like I pick documentaries to start because I know you don't like documentaries. You be
to an
picking all the
extent. I watched
thrillers and
some,
all the stuff about conspiracies and the government. I like that stuff because I think that stuff could come true.
but
Like
here's
okay, I'm gonna give you an example. You started Night Agent, and I
mm-hmm,
knew it had been on our list for a long time,
your
and you started it, and you
our
went.
list. We have different profiles on Netflix. It's been on my list.
Okay, it's been on your list, but you know I like that kind of stuff. Anything like action, you know I
Okay,
like
but
that.
we hadn't started. That is old now.
It's
So
old. Yeah, I was 3 episodes behind, and I slid on in and just watched it and just let you fill me in.
yeah, but now
That's
you
how it
saying I can't
goes.
watch it without you.
No, you cannot
See,
because
that's
I'm
the
invested
problem. That
now.
is the problem. I have to have a couple series that I can watch by myself. Why I don't have to wait on you.
You can watch Sweet Magnolia by yourself.
I already watched it.
Good. That one you can have. What's that other one you watch? All of them, you can have those by yourself. I will. I ain't gonna lie to you. That one, that Jenny, that one that you started.
Jenny and
Yeah,
Georgia,
you got me.
Georgia and
Yeah,
Jenny,
yeah, you got me.
Georgia,
You got me stuck
whatever.
in that one. Yeah, that was a good one. I had to catch up. But yeah, all them other ones, the girly ones, please just go ahead and
What
watch that.
girly ones?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, like them little dramas. I don't want to watch that. Anything like that or anything that's like Real Housewives, you can just keep that to
I don't even
yourself.
watch Real
I
Housewives
know
anymore.
something
But my
like it.
point is, I have
Okay.
to have something, and that's what I like. I like action,
Okay. Yeah, but just save that.
thrillers.
Save the action for me. And you can. I know you don't like scary movies, but anything
Not
scary, you can
scary.
go
I
ahead.
can watch thriller.
Yeah, suspense. No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
suspense, I guess.
yeah. But yeah, don't be
But I like
starting stuff without
action,
me.
action. That's
Yeah,
what I like.
and
So
I
that's what I'm gonna watch,
and I like
and
it
I
too.
can't wait on you all the time.
All right, that's fair. Just give me a heads up or something. I started this, and at least stop on that first one maybe, and then say, hey, do you want to?
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll figure that out. But dang, stop watching all the good stuff. All right, we're gonna do one more. One more. That's right. All right, last one. Oversharing relationship details with friends.
what's considered oversharing?
Hmm, that's a great question.
Because I mean, I'm definitely one that's like your relationship is your relationship, and you shouldn't just go run off and tell every little problem or
Mm-hmm.
issue you have. But I also think there's something unique in having friends who are in that same type of life you are.
Okay.
Like having us being married and having other married friends
Mm-hmm.
who go through the same stuff, and just have conversations where you can respectfully check each other and
Okay.
say, like, girl, I
Yeah.
think you might have been looking at that in the wrong way, or,
Right.
you know, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it depends on what you consider oversharing, because
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess that would
Yeah.
determine my answer.
Yeah. I think for me, oversharing is you going to your friends and like starting off the sentence like, I'm done with him. Unforgivable what he did. And then they go, girl, what he do? And then you tell them, but then you vent to them and you get them riled up. And then next time they see me, we done talked it over. We good. They see me, they go, hey Tuck. That's oversharing to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
I understand your friend's gonna ride for you.
personally speaking, though, that's not realistic with us because
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done that.
No, you haven't.
If I did, it was during our early parts where we were dating, and I
Okay.
was like, he done made me mad. Da, da,
Yeah.
da, da. Which no, there was a time when I probably overshared
Got you.
at the beginning, but
Hmm.
now not so much. More sharing with friends now is just what's going on, you know. And if you
Right.
feel some type of way, and there are times when even though we communicate pretty well,
Hmm.
there are times when there's certain things I'm like, am I overthinking this?
Okay. That's fair.
And have a friend to be able to be like yes or no,
Hmm.
or if they've dealt with that before and how they thought through it or something like that.
Right.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a married group technically, just
Right.
about.
Exactly.
So the girls hang with the girls and the guys hang with the guys when we go
Hmm.
out and stuff. So sure, there's been times when the guys have conversations about
Yeah.
their marriages and what's been going on and navigating that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
So I don't find that being an issue.
Yeah.
But if there is, just like he did da 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 da, and I'm through with it and all this stuff, and
Right.
it becomes like a constant thing and an issue.
Uh huh.
Maybe. I mean, I do think there's a unique piece of having community.
Yeah. And with that community, though, I feel like the second part of that is that, like you said, it's for y'all to check each other. But I also don't think that in that community they judge the spouse. You get what I'm
Yeah, I mean,
saying?
you have to know who your audience
Exactly.
is.
Exactly. Like like you said, they're married as well too. So it's not like you going and saying these things to somebody who may be single and don't understand or not in that predicament.
Or
And
somebody
then
just like single and hates men.
or that too,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Right, 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 right.
Or single and bitter or something
Yeah.
like that. Or even married and bitter.
Yeah. True.
But people
True.
who like are in the same stage of life.
And like minded. Yeah, exactly. Iron sharpens iron pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, like I said, my idea of it is like going into too much detail with the relationship. You know what I'm saying?
What is considered too much detail though?
Mm,
Like what are the things that are off limits?
I would say probably two things that are off limits is intimacy and finances. Those are two things that one, we should be having a discussion together if there is an issue and we handle those issues. You get what I'm saying? I don't think those two things those two things are anything you should be getting advice from anybody or sharing
What
details with.
specifically about intimacy are you talking about though?
I guess I would have to say details of intimacy, lack thereof, performance, things like that.
Things that could potentially be embarrassing.
I wouldn't say embarrassing because, well, I mean, I guess it would be embarrassing or something that can be if we ever had a disagreement with those people who you said that to and they bring it up. Perfect example. I know it'll come back together on Nutty Professor
Mm-hmm.
when they were in there talking about Sherman. No, not Sherman. What's the dad's name? Sherman's dad. And then the grandma said, "What's your limp noodle?" Like they were, you know what I mean? Like y'all, I could do the voice of the grandma, by the way. But like things like that, like things that would like jab at the man or jab at the female, and like that cut deep that
Sure.
they should not know about.
Sure.
That's what I mean by that. Or excuse my language, if y'all get in an argument, like shut up with your broke ass. Like, wait a minute, what you putting me like that for? You know what I mean? Or
Mm-hmm.
like say like I lost my job and you've been or either way, either one of us lost our job and we carrying the weight, and you like, man, I'm doing way too much in this family. I'm having to bring home the bacon. I'm having to do this. I'm having to do that, and then you come in and you start saying something. They're like, you ain't got no room to talk. You know what I mean? Something that can be used against you,
Yeah,
I
but so
guess.
what if you have like that community of people though, where you're like saying, I don't necessarily like this is how I'm feeling, right?
Hmm.
Let's play along.
Okay,
This is not our current situation, but
got you.
like if you were without a job
Uh huh.
and I was carrying the household financially
Yes.
and I felt the stress from it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not that I didn't feel like I could, not that I didn't want to do it and feel like, you're trying to find another job, whatever, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but just the stress of having that weight on your shoulders
Right.
and wanting to talk to someone else. So, like, let's say Siobhan, right? Like,
Okay.
let's say I go to Siobhan and just say, like, hey, listen, I just need a vent for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling really stressed out and I just need a listening ear. And then,
Okay.
like, we get to talking and she asks, what's going on. And I say, right now we're in a financial stressor.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's trying to find a new job and all these, blah, blah, blah. And it's just a lot on me right now.
Yeah.
And it's not to, I think it's the intent behind it too.
Yes.
It's not to say he ain't doing this and da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
It's just he ain't got no income coming in right now, so it's all on me.
Right.
And I'm really stressed out because work's been hard, and
Mm-hmm.
I have to make sure I keep my job in order
Yeah.
to be able to, sustain. And um, I just I just needed to vent for a second. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And so at that point, it's not the intent behind it wasn't to spread your business and call you broke.
Right.
It was just to give myself an outlet, but also not cause you harm either. Because if I was to say to you, because you, if I was to say to you right now,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm really stressed out, like I don't know how much more of this I can do by myself,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm putting extra weight on you too.
Yeah, because if that's the case, I'm heading right up the street,
Did
McDonald's.
you see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
then I'm putting more weight on
Uh-huh.
you too. It's
No, I get
kind of
that
similar to how we talked before about you being in school and how you felt like
for
you weren't
sure.
contributing.
Uh-huh.
If I would have at that moment been like, yeah, like it's tough. Like
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I don't know how long this is going to be working, and da, da, da,
Right.
da. That would have stressed you out and put a damper on you getting being in school.
For sure.
So I think the intent behind it is different too, right?
Right.
So
Right.
that's why I asked
Yeah.
what's too much, because while you may consider that too much, that might also be a way to not put stress on our relationship too. Because I had a friend who I confided in
Mm-hmm.
just to help me vent for a little bit, get it off my chest, help me process through it.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm asking. And I know
Gotcha.
it wasn't supposed to be that deep, but
No, 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 no. I wanted it to.
I
Yeah.
think it
It's situational.
yeah, it depends.
And I feel like you are responsible enough to know what to say to me and which friend to say that to as well
Well,
too.
yeah, you gotta
You
know
know what I
your
mean?
friend. Yeah, you gotta know your friend.
You gotta know your friends. So you gotta know, like, if I say this to this person, they're not gonna throw it back in my spouse's face. And I've never said that to him ever because I want to keep his mind away from it, and then it
Hmm.
gets brought up. That's what I'm talking about. I think
Yeah,
it's more the backlash that could possibly happen. I'm talking more what ifs, and
yeah,
you're talking like I'm not. I'm right here. It ain't gonna happen like that because I choose wisely. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah, yeah,
But there's some people who don't get to have that same privilege, and then that's when riffles happen in a marriage. So yeah, so that I guess it's like you said, it depends on which way it goes and what happens afterwards with it as well too.
yeah.
Because I'm all for. I mean, we've talked about that before. Like that's the reason why we have those friends is because we want to make sure, like you said earlier, we want to make sure that we ain't tripping. Like, am I
Hmm.
looking into it too much? And also, I want to be able to vent because I can't vent those
Well,
certain things
help
to.
me navigate it because I
Right.
don't want to blow it out of proportion when it doesn't have to be.
Got you. Yeah. So, moral of the story is, I know you when I do different things. So there's that.
Oh
So
my
yeah.
goodness, let it go.
But I feel like any happy, loving relationship, one of the spouses got to know the other one. It's like that thing I told you. Like, it's if
We
I don't
annoy
pick on
each
you,
other. You're just never gonna tell me exactly what annoys you outside of me pushing a brake in the car.
yeah, well, I'll let you know. I'll start telling you.
I doubt it.
All right, y'all. Talk to you later.
Hey, y'all. Did you enjoy the episode today? If so, don't forget to comment your favorite moments and share with your family and friends. While you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to our Married to Millennials podcast YouTube channel and follow us on every major platform for podcasts. And don't forget, We're also on Instagram and TikTok at M2M Podcast. See you later.